So WWE main event, huh? More like WWE shit stain event. What a fucking piece of garbage again. I know I said that last week, but you know, words cannot describe it better than garbage. Because I mean, this is just, it's fucking garbage. Like, fucking toss it away and forget about it. Just like fucking horrible the whole way through. So let me explain how this whole piece of shit went down so you can get the gist of it, because no one's fucking watching this garbage anyway. Only me, the real wrestling fans, are watching it, and the PG motherfuckers, of course. People, you know, obsessed with wrestling like me are forced to watch this shit because we just can't get enough of the shittiness, I guess. So anyway, Miz and Michael Cole are doing sort of what they did last week, trying to hype the match in ring. But this week, it sounded even more contrived and artificial than last week. I've never seen the Miz so monotone. I actually think that they were reading off of cue cards, or probably a teleprompter would seem more realistic, because the Miz's delivery was like this. I mean, he looked like a drone. His eyes, they weren't fucking moving. They would look like they were fucking reading. I mean, they must have been reading. I've never seen Cole and Miz sound like that. It sounded like somebody reading. Just so artificial and contrived. It just, oh, what shittiness. They're trying so hard to try to make this a serious broadcast, like boxing or something, trying to make this seem important. You know, if this was so important, they'd put it on a better channel or some shit like that. And then you get the promos for the upcoming match, which, by the way, is Randy Orton versus The Big Show. They're trying to hype this shit up the fucking ass with these ripped straight from their DVD promos. And you know, you could be, you know, one of these fucking phony ass wrestling fans on PW Torch like Wade Keller and what the fuck's his name, James Caldwell. You could be one of those fucking phony ass jackasses, you know, who say this was great build up for the show. Come on, it was fucking boring. If you say you enjoyed this shittiness, then you're just fucking as phony as those pieces of garbage over on PW Torch. Because, I mean, who's going to enjoy this build up, you know, it's so artificial. Just throw these DVD promos out at you, telling you about each guy that you already fucking know. This ain't gonna draw in any new fans, so I don't even know why they're fucking bothering with this. Oh, let me introduce you to The Big Show. Let me introduce you to Randy Orton. You know, like, why do we need to be reintroduced? They don't do this on Raw. They don't do this on SmackDown. So why are they doing this on Main Event? And I know a lot of people are going to say, well, we're trying to be different. I don't give a shit. I want to fucking see that garbage. It's just taking up time. Fucking wasting moments of my life, you know, just precious minutes there, which could be dedicated to wrestling. But you know what? Who the fuck cares, because the wrestling sucks too. So, you know, you can have your little shitty promos or whatever, because it was just about as exciting as the match. Randy Orton and Big Show. This matchup was probably one of the slowest I've seen all year. I mean, how lethargic can you fucking get? This was painfully fucking slow. Randy Orton and Big Show. How the fuck they are not released after a performance like this, I don't even fucking know. How is the Big Show still in a main event match? How do they, you know, they're putting them in a pay-per-view main event match with Sheamus. So that means they think that Big Show could draw buy rates. He hasn't fucking drawn anything since he's been there. He's been there since '99, and they booked him as the world champion, and everybody, you know, and everybody fucking complained about that back in '99. Every single time he's been world champion, no one likes it. He doesn't get good reactions. No one buys his t-shirts. Nobody buys his DVDs. No one gives a fuck about that 500-pound piece of shit. The Rock said it best. He's a 500-pound piece of shit in a 5-pound bag. He's just a piece of shit. What don't they understand? That no one likes this guy. He's too fucking big. No one can lift him. He's too slow. Like, do we have to fucking grab Vince McMahon and scream, ah, in his fucking face until he gets the fucking picture? Because we've been saying it for fucking years. We want to see the Big Show. We don't like him, okay? Maybe some of the nut jobs here in the YWC like Big Show, but no, a lot of us sane wrestling fans, we fucking don't like the Big Show. We like real fucking wrestlers, not these slow moving pieces of trash. I mean, come on. So this matchup is like so fucking slow, and a Big Show goes to probably the worst part of the wrestling well, dives down deep into it, and pulls out some old school wrestling maneuver, and it's the Killer Kowalski claw on the fucking, not really his stomach, but the ribs. It's like Killer Kowalski, fucking wrestler from the fucking 60s, and this is just fucking ridiculous. How is he using this old maneuver in a match like this when it's going so fucking slow? And then he just puts like fucking camel clutch on him. It's not even well applied. It looks phony as shit. His hands are like this fucking loose. And then he just picks up Randy Orton and choke slams him, and that's the end. How fucking anticlimactic can you get? Do they even know how to fucking book this shit anymore? Like, you know, it was just fucking plotting the whole way through, boring as shit. You could say that this had a methodical pace. Yeah, methodical pace. This is what real wrestling's about. You could say it was a slow roasted classic, or people are gonna say, "Oh, that was a great 30-minute wrestling match." You know, just because it's fucking 30 minutes doesn't mean, and it's super long, doesn't mean it's a great match. I can't begin to tell you how many people say it's a great match just because it's long. You know what long usually translates to in most cases? Boring! Fucking boring. There's very few matches that go that long that are actually good. You know, save for a few classics. It depends on who's in it. But usually long matches are not good. And no one, you think that people, you know, who are watching this shit didn't fucking turn it off? Of course they did. Unless they're obsessive fucking fans, they're not gonna fucking sit through a 30-minute match with all these little stupid rest holds and little phony looking, you know, spots here and there. You can't even really fucking call them spots. They're just laying around on the ground like a big fucking lazy ass match. I mean, you know, you could watch a video of a family camping and it would be more exciting as, yeah, just lounging around in sleeping bags. That's pretty much what this fucking match was. It was just a fucking lounge around lazy ass match. Like, they really had an easy night here with Big Show, you know, not even sitting on Randy Orton, just fucking doing this all night, you know. Like, looks like he's squatting, looks like he wants to take a shit on him. Maybe he should have, you know, because Randy Orton fucking stinks of shit anyway. This is, I fucking hated this match. It's like, it just is insulting that they would even fucking put this out here. They weren't even fucking trying. And don't you even fucking dare say that they put their necks on the line in this match. They're fucking professional wrestlers. They're not supposed to go out there and just lay around the mat and put these little fake ass looking holds on. They're supposed to go out there and fucking fight. This was not a fight. Like I said, this was like a walk in the park. And it was an insult. It was an insult to people who paid money to see this. Yeah, and I know they taped this before SmackDown or whatever, but still it doesn't matter. You're still part of the show. Still piece of shit. And then after that, Sheamus comments. Who gives a shit? And then you got Kofi Kingston and Michael McGillicuddy. And Michael McGillicuddy, like, they give us a fucking Superstars wrestler. He's not even on Superstars anymore. He's on NXT, which is not even on TV anymore. They just get him and throw him on the main event. So he's a main eventer all of a sudden. Oh wow, that's news to me because he's not even on fucking Raw. How's he a main eventer? Why is this match going on last? Anyway, this was a nice belly to back suplex, like Regalplex style. Was kind of cool, but that was it. The match was over in like a minute. The match was already in progress after they came back from commercial. So you're like, what the fuck? Like, why did he start the match during a commercial? How much sense does that make? Just makes it feel stupid and cheap. And after that, we get like a little promo with Miz and Kofi Kingston. Nothing great there, but you know, the match, the Kofi Kingston Miz match sounds okay to me. As I said, I am a Miz fan, and Kofi Kingston is a talented wrestler, so maybe they could put together a good match. You know, coming into Randy Orton and Big Show, you already knew that match was going to suck because you'd seen it 1,000 times before. So it was really no surprise, but this was even more boring than their SmackDown match, just more, just slower and just more phony looking. You know, how the fuck can you take this main event show, which is supposed to be special, and they just give you a match you already seen, and they try to make it look more important? Garbage. Fucking garbage. Fucking main event is fucking garbage.